Alrighty. So here we are back at Epic Universe. I am working on, let's see, Epic Universe. Looking good. Got some terrain going and stuff, but that's not what we're here today for. Um, I'm gonna do some more lightning, and from what I've heard, people want to see how I do some of this stuff. Let's make sure I got my audio boosted. Come on. All right. Well, I am not sure where the heck. I gotta learn these stupid programs a little bit better. Bum bum bow. All right. All right. So here we go. I've got already a sequencer and a timer placed. I've actually got three of them. One, two, three sets. And that's for 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do number 1 here. 2's already kind of going, so I'm going to jump right in and make sure we got the right sequencer right here. Okay, I got my sequencer here. I got my lightning already placed. These are individual neons. Blink, blink, blink. And I just lost my server, but there we go. Sequencer. All right, so I'm gonna hold my shift. No, I don't. I'm not having a seizure. We want to add guys, so you can see right there it says hold shift. So I can just hold my shift button down, and when I go over anything that is sequenceable, it will highlight. So here we go. We're going to start with the first one, second one, and I'm going to make these as short as I can. That's a quarter of a second. See my numbers there? Quarter of a second. Now here's where it gets challenging. Keep going up the line here. Oof! Don't miss, or you can get annoyed. Now, one of the nice things is once you have them here, you can scroll over them and see where you're at. You know, blink, 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 blink. So I know I'm here. See where we're at. So I'm just marking the transition points, because I want to make sure that when I get the next thing, really not that difficult to click on these things. Unless you're a spaz like me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Alright. So I got that. And then we're gonna jump back to here. Not really sure what happened there. This thing can be adjusted, of course. Okay, I think that accounts for everything. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, this is not the only way to do this. This is my kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking. Okay, my sound level is still low. I spent all the time trying to find it, and I haven't been able to. Okay, let's try advanced audio properties. Is that better? Or is that too loud? The company. So we're going to, let's see, if we go to 150, maybe it'll give us. You can obviously see we're making single steps. All right, so now we're gonna go 1, 2. No. 1, 2, 3. Hope I got that right. This one's kind of a cheat. There are no changes in it. It's just one line. It's like my family tree. All right, now you can sort of see it. Boom! Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Now, here's where it gets kind of a pain, but we're going to change all these to yellow. But now watch this. I've already done some, so I'm going to come in here. This is a little trick I like. I'm going to open up another one. Check. 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 Okay. Now I'll come back here. And the colors that I used, I went through and checked, are now here in my speed bar, I guess you could call it. Boom. And I can actually just click out of there. Boom. 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 If you get a good rhythm, this can actually go pretty quickly. I'm wondering if I could have changed the color first. No, because you can't copy and paste these either, you know. So you're kind of stuck with bringing a new instance of a light in, which defaults to the blue. So you're kind of stuck doing this unless you want to make all your lights blue. Now I'm an idiot because let's go back, and I really don't want these things to be that bright. I should have done this, you know, as I was going, but that's what happens when you're, you know, not 100% on your game. Okay, that one's good, that one's good. Boom. 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 You know, I make mistakes all the time. I just, you know, I'm willing to go back and fix them. If I couldn't even do that, that would be horrible, but so now I'm back where I should be. So we go yellow, down one, yellow, yellow, down one. Yeah, I don't know how this thing reacts if you have a lagging computer, lagging connection or something like that. How much that might affect this. You would hope it's just based on what you got on your computer itself. All right. So now we got the right color. So now what we want to do is do a red. Like I said before, there's a million ways you can do this. I like doing the batches like this, you know. And each one of these, we're going to do a 2.5 seconds. Oops. A fade. 2.5 seconds from red to black with the lowest. Fade. 25. Red. Black. Red. 2.5. Start doing this for a couple hours. You start getting loopy. Skip things. Just add it at the end. You know, if you have a double or something, nobody's going to notice that here. Um, don't have to be perfect and move everyone over another notch just to, you know, make a gap. Average player's not going to notice anything like that. Of course, you want to do as well as you can. Just saying, don't kill yourself over something that doesn't have value. When I start getting loopy, I feel like I'm doing the same one over and over again. I feel like I'm not moving on the chart here. Oops, dang it. Yeah, see, I made a mistake there. Um, in a situation like that, you want to be careful not to try to copy the one previous, because then it's going to be pointing to the wrong neon light. You know, so you have to bring it back from the yellow side. Do 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 do. So it was I think 8 degrees Fahrenheit the other day. I was hanging around outside. It was chilly. I don't mind cold, but that gets a little bit too much. I don't like when my feet are just very cold. Feels like they're in an ice box. I can get uncomfortable quickly. So this seems like an awful lot of work, but this ain't nothing compared to the good old days. No copy and paste, no scaling. You know, everything had to be done by hand, even precision. There was no precision building. We had to do it the hard way. I'm not complaining. It really has made it easier for people to make better parks. Which means it's more fun to look at people's stuff. So I can appreciate that. All right, let's see what that looks like. Bam. Bam. Now, the next part is figuring out how far to let that go. Um, let's start with 3 seconds. Oops. Oops. So now I'm going to hit up that timer. Activate every 3 seconds. We'll start with that. And then we're going to add our sequencer. And what we should have is, oh, you got to be kidding me. Boom. That looks pretty good. Oh, I'm getting annoyed now. Sorry. I'm getting really annoyed. Okay, there's no phone making noise, causing me issues. Anyway, so there is my lightning. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to show that I thought might be interesting. And for simplicity, I'm going to test it instead of, doing the final. I'll just show you the test and see if I can get it to do what I want, how I want, when I want. And I want it all. 3, 5. Whoops, 3, 5. Orb. So I'm going to take a light. It has to be centered. Otherwise, it will bug me forever. Close enough. Okay. So we're going to turn the light off. Now this one, let's see what happens. Well, let's see what happens. So it obviously can't go back and have itself on top of itself. So this would be just constant on. So let's do. Now what happens if we do this? Okay. Now we take a timer. Okay, go away. Fun. Timer. Okay. I guess that should be centered there. Very important part of it, It's actually to the left a bit, but I forgot to check. So let's do 1.5 seconds. Try that. That's why I felt weird about this, because I didn't do them in line. $1.5. Add. Okay. Interesting. Not sure if this will work how we wanted it to. same as deleting it. Now the two are going to be identical. Hmm. Oops. Hmm. Hmm. So it looks like it's giving preferential treatment to the the first sequencer as opposed to the second. We know they're in the same spot. They're using the same light. But when there's a conflict, oops, when there's conflict in color, it's the beginning one that counts. Huh, that's kind of cool. Never tested that before. That's kind of neat. Yeah. I was playing around with this because I wanted to see if I can get a better effect than just uh, uh, a blink. I'm not sure I did a great job. Ooh, let's try this. If I let's go. Sometimes it's really nice to change the percentage when you work with small stuff like this. So these are as small as I can go. I can't exactly do anything special. What did I do on the other color? Blue. Let's change this to orange. Orange. So we get orange for the half, or whatever that teeny amount of time is before it goes to the purple. So you could do this. Let's see. Like that. And go. Ooh, this might be neat. Yeah. So I offset them just a tiny bit so I get half and half. I want to use just different colors and see how much kind of color swirl I can get going on here, you know. Oops. I guess we could leave one blue, but I don't like that color blue. Let's go for a brighter blue or a, yeah, yeah, baby. Wish I could open them both at the same time. 300, 300. I'll just do this to make my life easier. Yeah, what did I use? I did use 1.5. Let's change that to 1.25. Kind of cool. Got it flashing a lot faster than it normally would. I'm not sure about my choice of colors. It looks like I got two. The purple, I mean the red and the red look too close. Red and the purple. So let's change the red to something instead. Um, any suggestions, crowd? No? Alright. Yeah, now you can see the difference in the two a little bit better. It looked like it was the same color cycling twice because of the light. The light deletes some of the color. Maybe if we backed up a little bit. Purple's still very close. If these two now. What if we did this? Wow, that's a pretty good rate there. Gotta be worried about the color choices so that they don't blend, obviously, like you saw. But that's something that can be done. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. Here, I have to consider it. But you'll know how I did it in the results now. But I'm looking at the lights up here to give me a nice something going on effect. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna cut it because that was pretty boring. Um, do all one color. at each. Let's let O try that while we watch. Nah, let's not do that. All one color. All right, let's see what she's talking about. Um, which color do we like? Let's choose orange. That way I can say orange more. This one can no longer be orange. Blip, 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 blip. Hmm. I wonder how that looks on a lower graphics rating or something like that. Not bad. But there's lots of different things you can play with, unconventional uses for the sequencers and timers and stuff like that. This is just combining two. You can actually combine many more, not just with lights, but image panels and stuff like that. There's cool stuff that can be done. Should definitely be comfortable playing with sequencers. They're not difficult at all, and it's really the only way to get any kind of movement and action going on other than the ride. So give it a shot. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it.